We did it.
I'm not going to talk on your video. People hate me interrupting.
Oh, you're so lovable. Everybody, think about how lovable Gary is. Gary has gifts and talents. Gary's a dooba-doo. He's a lovable scooba-doodle-dooba-doo. Oh, dooba-dooba-doo. Look at you. Look at how lovable Gary is. Oh, look at that beautiful smile.
Come on, take it
you
off.
You have the sunshine of the whole world.
Take me off.
Oh, look at you. No, that was really a beautiful smile, though. It took me by surprise.
But leave your seatbelt on. You'll get a ticket.
Look, I got a seatbelt.
People will be watching you.
Think about how lovable you are. Let's go, Daisy. Huh. Think about how lovable you are. Yeah, we got Daisy on the mic. We got live music for you. Think about how lovable you are. And notice how it makes you even better looking. And notice how others get very relaxed around you. Oh, Tinker wants to know what trouble I get into. Hello, my queen. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, Tinker. I got Tinker. And you want to know the best part about thinking about how lovable you are?
Sure.
It opens your heart. And when you think, I'm so lovable, sometimes when you're alone, you'll say things to yourself like, look at you. And then, when you start to feel shame, sometimes, like in this world, it's constantly projecting shame onto each other, and we're trying to get people to do what we want, and we don't know it yet, but we're about to all come together, and then we're gonna know what it's like to have togetherness, and then we're gonna know that we had separation. But right now there's a wound going on called separation. We don't even realize that we have it. We will put every single age kid together, every single skill set adult together, and then we call that togetherness. But even though we're all together, because we're not deeply connected, we are not able to resonate with each other's energetic systems, and then we name these systems nervous systems. That's not a coincidence, my dude. Look at you. I can tell you're thinking about this now, and you're like, well, what if we were together? And then you're probably like, well, that would be scary. Well, what if we had no borders? What if we let any plant or animal come in? Oh, that would be scary. What if we all snuggled? No, we're so scared of each other. What if we built more trust and found ways that we could all live together? I don't know if we could do that. Yeah, what if we could get used to each other? I had these visions. The Pacific Palisades in Malibu burned down, and I drove through the ruins. Do you remember that, Gary? What? My dooba-doos. Gary wants me to talk to you. So we're gonna pretend that Gary's the tickle torture king. And if I need to discharge, I will just tickle torture Gary, but I will not address him. I will just address you guys. How does that sound? Boop. Tinker says boop. Now I have to look at the comments. Hey Daisy. Hi Terry. Where are you going? It's a secret. We're going to...
It's a secret.
We're going to go do a speech. So, since I'm talking to you guys, let's share a struggle and a celebration. My celebration is that recently I learned not to verbally shred others. I used to tell people what was wrong with them and name call and put them down. And if they did it to me, then I would definitely do it. And a celebration is I learned to not do that. Now, even if someone's name calling me, I will say things like, I will not waver from worshiping you, which means I will honor you. When you insult me and name call me, this is a child self. And then you want to know what else I'll say? I'll say, a dooba-doo, you wouldn't be doing this unless someone did it to you. A dooba-doo. And I'll say, if you come at me, I'm going to give you a hug. Look at you. Gary, I'm going to show you a video. Or not Gary, Dooba Scoops. I'm going to show you a video. And my clout going to go up.
I'm sorry, I have to use my phone, unless you can dial a number for me on your phone.
Yeah. But do not dox them. I'll let you dial it. Put it in.
I don't know their number. I have to go on my phone to look it up.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to put them on hold.
Can you go to my contacts?
Yes. Hold on, Dooba Doodles. Tinker, could you inform everyone? I forgot we were live streaming. So, everybody left. They will all start coming back. People will be on soon. Da, 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 da. So I went to the Venice Council meeting last night. One of my friends was sworn in. And I found out I have several friends on the city council.
On the city council or the neighborhood council?
The Venice Beach Neighborhood Council. One of the police department's representatives did a speech. He gave us an update on all of the crime, everything that's been going on, all of the police activity. Then we heard from Tracy Park's representative. It was pretty informative. However, I could see why government takes so long to do stuff. They also had a really good spread. There's a woman there who does the food. I think it comes out of her own pocket. And she puts on this incredible food spread. Apparently, they used to get between like 200 and 300 people at their city council meetings. So, this is a pretty popular group. I only saw, including the council members, about 40 people last night. One of the things that struck me is the way that everything is communicated and the way that the meeting was done. The indigenous would go in a circle and everyone would say what was happening, what a need was. They would bring up something that needed to be addressed one time. And once it was said, everyone would make a sound. And everyone knows the talking stick. So, they would pass the talking stick or they would pass the peace pipe. And the indigenous would hear from everyone and they would listen deeply. And they would listen for what they agreed with and the positive. And because of this, because they weren't attacking and comparing and getting emotional and acting out on those emotions, but feeling the emotions, everyone was together. No one was turning against. No one was at each other. So when it's done in a circle, this is known as partnership. When it is done in a hierarchy and you have a panel and everybody votes and you only get 2 minutes and then everyone votes on that, and this is way less intimate than if it's in a circle. The 12 steps were created this way. A person became enlightened. This person became enlightened and they realized it did not matter what God was. This person became enlightened because they let God in. And the definition of enlightenment, and I'm going to tie all of this in with the city council because it has something to do with it, because we're saying God and government are not meant to be together. So I'm going to make a point that it is meant to be together, and also with nature. So there's all kinds of flaws that we're living under. I call them laws, and they're flaws. And these are not just the laws of the government, but also like the 10 Commandments. And the chat's really quiet. So if you guys have comments on this, but if you're interested and you like it, then hear where I'm going with this. So the flaws are the laws, because based on the laws, we stop an important development that I call healing.
I've identified that the reason why we have domination systems and there's a top-down hierarchy is because we have lost the capability of rift resolution. Rift resolution is what would replace government if we got rid of it. And rift resolution would ripple. You don't even have to use that term. Rift resolution is just identifying feelings and needs and then meeting them collaboratively. And this is done through partnership. So I was able to identify all of this by this neighborhood council meeting. Everything happens very slowly in domination systems. It's very painful, very boring. There's a lot of wasted energies, and it's not building trust and connection. There's like less and less trust and connection the more and more the domination is. And then the less and less control and force, which is also a translation of domination. Domination is just control and force. There's a top-down hierarchy, and the way that they communicate is through evaluating what's good and bad, right and wrong, then thinking and planning and strategizing. So it goes evaluating, thinking, and when you're thinking, you're creating like a cultural narrative, a story, a judgment. And then after we are done thinking, come our strategies. And these are implemented with control and force and judgment and investigation. And then the truth is used against you. So then you have threats, demands, punishment, reward. So it goes evaluating, thinking, strategizing, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding. And the whole process, we are suffering. Domination systems hurt us. Thank goodness. Our biology is not wired this way. It relaxes me. And I feel wonderful to know this, because knowing that our biology is wired for another way, instead of evaluating, thinking, strategizing, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding, it is wired for attuning to bodies, co-regulating not our nervous systems, our energetic systems, change your language, and then once the co-regulation of the energetic system is done in the attunement of the body, we've gone skin in and skin out, and we're surfing the vibratory field, creating a co-presence and a group conscious mind that collaborates to meet, number 3, universal needs. So partnership, attuning to body sensations, co-regulating with emotions, collaborating to meet universal needs. Those 3. This is the most wonderful thing in the world. All of the baby leaders are gonna be gone. Donald Trump will no longer date women he's not supposed to date. He will never make another young girl's skin crawl ever again. Same with all of the world leaders. And listen, I love Donald Trump very much. I love Putin and Putin. They're so sweet, angelic, amazing kings, but they're also big babies. And all of them need to be lifted up, and their diapers need to be changed, and they need to be breastfed properly and cuddled and given empathy to, because they are raging lunatics that are super violent, destroying the planet. And I want it to be a love-evolution. So no, it's not that good to punish them. And if you're like, oh yes, it feels so good, that's because someone hurt you. So if you're like, oh, I want to feel like a dingalinga in my system. Okay, that a dingalinga is when you release chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol that you're addicted to, and when you witness violence happen to those who deserve it, because domination systems use 2 things in order to enslave us. So once they turn us against each other, the 2 things that are used is denial of choice, so that the oppressor or the violent one can do the violence. So there's denial of choice, and then there is deserve language. So then they say that they deserve it. They shouldn't have. This is very dangerous. Only done in domination systems, using evaluating, thinking, and strategizing, and demanding, and threatening, and punishing. And don't do that. instead, we have a love-a-thon, a love-a-fa-fa. And I need to tell you guys about the Sugar Baby Elite Foundation Alliance, the SBE-FA. All the sugar babies of the world that have stopped giving affection to disgusting men, they've now enslaved them. So Kim Jong-un is under the love engulfing power of Ri Sol-ju, and same thing with Putin and his gymnast girlfriend. She's on the squad. She's going to remain unnamed. And Melania Trump, one of the founders of the SBE-FA, and myself have already enslaved all of the top leaders. I've gotten all the top government leaders and all of the top police and fire department, pretty much all of the top officials in the city, in Venice. I've love engulfed them and enslaved them, and all the city workers too. And we have mock kidnappings all the time for when it's time for them to get transferred to the Tickle Torture Temple. This is a real thing. Me and all of the goddesses have been planning to build the Tickle Torture Temple. So in getting the city workers used to being kidnapped, it'll be easy to then transport them. And we're going to have all of the goddesses be nude and body painted with amazing hair and makeup. They're going to look like mystical goddess queen creatures, because we are. And then we're going to love tornado the city workers. They're already used to this. Then we'll transport them to the Tickle Torture Temple. LAPD is used to it too. LA Fire Department. National Guard will come. They've already been briefed at the LA protests when I was there. Well, basically, Tickle Torture superhero kidnap all of the hunks and goddesses that work for Los Angeles County who are here, even the ones who were sent here out of town. When all of the news outlets see what happens and they're like, love is amazing, Daisy and her squad have put all of these workers into delicious yoga poses. And they're receiving deep tissue massage and being sent into a transcendental, blissful, ecstasy-fied state. So they're not even in this dimension. It's so easy because everyone is waiting for someone like us to liberate the world. And it is time that we stop using deserved language and we stop denying our power and our choice. And we have a revolution. I missed my dental appointment yesterday, you guys. You guys are so quiet. Who's a dooba scoop? Why is there no chat? I'm gonna start it over. I'm gonna end it and start it over.